Hello, welcome back to the channel. Happy first full week of February for 2024. Hard to believe that we're already in February. It feels like the month just absolutely flew by. But overall, I guess looking back at January, I had a good month. Financially speaking, was able to put a lot of money towards savings challenges because of extra income there through the holiday Christmas New Year period. So overall for me, very good month. I know that February is probably not going to be, I think, looking as good for me in terms of amount saved versus amount spent for the month, just because I know I do have some big expenses coming up this month, such as like a car insurance renewal, which is around the $1,200 mark, and just some other expenses that I know are coming up. But overall, still going to keep ticking along, keep stuffing weekly amounts, keep stuffing my extra income, because regardless, even though maybe on paper it doesn't look good in terms of if you do a monthly wrap up and you see how much you save for the month, you're reducing that money going out amount by putting money into savings. So without further ado, getting into this week, we are going to be stuffing $105. So pretty regular amount again, $105. So this is just that weekly regular amount. That varies a little bit each week based on any subscriptions I have coming out for the week. But overall, decent amount this week, enough to stuff some envelopes. So without further ado, we will pop this on the tray and get right into it. So first up, we are going to be stuffing my sinking funds binder. Now you will probably notice a couple of changes with some of the envelopes here and also some of the balances. So I did do kind of my monthly wrap up. I didn't film it though, just because it's a bit of a hectic month and I just need to get a couple of things sorted. But the kind of major changes I made were that I have decided to combine my medical dental envelopes into just medical, because realistically otherwise then I'm always pulling from medical, because dental is probably more like an emergency thing when it happens, other than maybe the 6 months checkup. So I was like, it's just going to sit there, otherwise it's not actually going to be used when it needs to be. So I decided to just combine it all into medical, and then that way also I can stuff a bit of a higher amount into that one envelope when I am able to stuff it. And then other than that, just doing some wrap-ups. I did end up deciding to take out my water bill from my electricity envelope, and then you'll be able to see that I reset my car insurance, because I did have to take out the $1,200 for that one. So I took the $1,100 from this one, and then I took $100 from my car maintenance to cover that extra amount. It was just quite a bit higher than what I had originally anticipated my insurance renewal would be, but something I'm very kind of proud of this time around. It was, normally I choose to pay my car insurance in monthly installments, and if you're kind of familiar with Australian car insurance, for at least comprehensive insurance, you normally have the option when you renew, you can choose to pay monthly installments or you can pay the year in advance. And normally you do get a bit of a discount on the total cost of the premium if you pay for the full year. In previous years, I've never really been in a position to be able to pay the full year in advance, so I've always paid the monthly installments, but for the first time this year, I was able to pay that full yearly amount and get that little bit of a discount. So that was something I was incredibly proud of and very happy with myself for being able to do. So that means that that monthly expense is now no longer in my monthly budget. So that means that I'm not doubling up. I'm not having to stuff the envelope in here as well as pay a monthly installment to my insurer. So now that just gives me that little bit of extra to add to the funds that I split into these weekly amounts that you see. So something I'm incredibly proud of, and I guess just shows that the system does work, even if there is a bit of a leeway once you do first start of that 12-18 months sometimes of where your expenses are doubling up whilst you're saving for maybe the next year's premium, but you're also paying this year's premium. It does pay off in the end, because it does. So getting started, I'm going to be adding $10 to electricity. So this one now is at 100, 200, 53, 54, 20, 40, 50. So that one, I ended up taking $60 out for my water bill, but it's not going to take very long for me to get back up to my goal of $500. And I've still got a couple of months before my electricity renewal arrives. Internet is going to be getting its regular $10. So what happened with this one was I actually took out 2 months worth of internet, which was $80, and I paid that to my housemate. So that means that I'm all up to, I believe it's February now with my internet, so that's good, up to date. Splurge is going to be getting skipped, but car insurance, I decided to make a couple of changes. So I decided to change the weekly amount to $25, just because I kind of just did the math to figure out kind of like if I was to stuff one little icon each week, would it get me to an amount that I would expect I would need for my car insurance. So based on the amount that it cost me this year, I figured out if I do $25 for each icon, that should get me to about the $1,250 mark a few weeks before my insurance is due. So that one is going to be getting $25. So that's good to start that one off again. Car rego is going to be getting its normal $15. So this one now has 120, 35. Car maintenance is going to be getting skipped. And actually all the rest of these envelopes are going to be getting skipped this week. Unfortunately, it is a bit of a bigger week with my challenge amount, my weekly challenge amount, and I just don't have a lot of sinking funds, but that's okay because I stuffed the main ones that I've always said I want to stuff every week regardless. So I'm actually quite happy with that regardless. And the other envelopes, they normally get stuff out of my side income anyway, so I'm not too concerned. So first up in my savings challenges binder, the summer challenge is getting a whopping $20 this week. So this one now has 100, 200, 20, 40, 60. And there's only a few more weeks left of this one before we get into the next season, which I am ecstatic for because I'm sick of summer. It is once again horrific here in Brisbane. I think it's like the hottest it's ever been in at least the last few years at the moment, so it is quite bad. My housemate and I have definitely been using our air conditioning, but you know what, we save for this, we put aside money for electricity, so why not use it? Next up, the self-care challenge is going to be getting its usual $10. This one now has 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 170, 180. Only 2 more for this one, which is actually very good because I do have a bit of a treat myself day kind of coming up in a week or 2. So I might actually end up pulling this one out early to use for that day. Next up, the Summer Return Pretty Challenge is actually going to be getting completed this week. So it is $10 for Team Belly. So this one here is now at 100, 52, 20, 45, 50, 250, and that challenge is completed. So I'm actually not quite sure what I'm gonna do with this one yet. So I will at some point in the near future take this out, probably pop some placeholders in there, and then just put that into my savings account to accrue some interest until I decide what I want to do with that one. And then last but not least, we have got the $500 challenge is going to be getting $5. This one is not far away either. So this one's now at 150 to 25. So only $25 left to go for this one. And then the 550 and 13 pace challenge, that one is purely stuff out of my side income. So that is going to be it for this week. Bit of a short and sweet week, just a regular amount. Got to stuff some savings challenges, finish off the Summer Return Pretty challenge. So that's great, exciting achievement. Definitely, I guess, like, first week of the month is a lot of reflection on how January went, but also, I guess, a bit of exciting to look forward and, I guess, see how the next month's gonna go. But yeah, we'll see how it goes, I guess. I hope you have an amazing day, an amazing week. I hope you all had an amazing January. I would really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe. I guess, like, my channel is very small, starting to grow. So I guess just, like, I really do appreciate any interaction I get with you guys. And the cash stuffing community, I guess. So yeah, would really appreciate if you would like and subscribe. Feel free to comment. I'll happily reply to you. And I hope you have an amazing week. Bye.